let's talk about other people's gardens. All right, as you can see, there is a nice little path down here, and I haven't counted, so we're gonna do that as well. But this is the South Lyon Community Garden up in the cemetery, which we're nowhere near. I know that kind of freaks some people out, but each individual plot this year is about 75 by 50, or I'm sorry, it is 75 by 25. Yeah, that's it, because they shortened it from last year. And we have plots that is a double plot right there that somebody requested. This is a single plot, and they're all marked off pretty well. As you can see, here's a perfect example. Marker, marker, and then goes back the distance. We have the end plot, which I really like, so it allows us to keep our bees over there. And this year we saw a lot of empty plots. Now, why is that? I think the city did not an optimal job at addressing getting this ready, because there was some shift to where the gardens were moving to. We kind of shifted over about 20 feet, lost some area, and a lot of people either didn't put their names back in the hat, a lot of people didn't return, and then you have the people that actually grow stuff, or I'm sorry, plant stuff and never come back. We'll cover all that too as well, but I want to take a look at some of the other people's gardens that we have here. We know most of these people. You have interactions with them every day, which is like really cool. You see them come by. I know you guys have seen my garden in excess. Sick of that. Another thing I want to point out is that sunflowers. There used to be a ton of them, and we'll see some down a little bit further, but there are not as many as there used to be for some reason. I don't really get it. It might have been the move or the shift, but we had in our garden last year at least 20 sunflowers towering about 8 feet tall. Heads that were so heavy by this time of the year that they were almost drooping over. Squirrels would climb up them and then just rip the seeds out and decimate them, which was kind of a bummer, because I wanted to take those heads at the end of the year and dry them all out and get some, actually not some, a ton of sunflowers out of them. But this plot here, new this year, they did a double. Did a lot of tomatoes, some corn, some cabbage, some zucchini. It's like some jalapeno back there and stuff, but they're here almost every day. Not the best use of space, but also not the worst either. They kind of, it's first year for them here, so, and they did some beans too, but cut them a ton of slack because I'm no expert either, so that's why we do this. We learn, we find out things that work, what didn't work. So this lady here, she came in new this year, planted it a little bit later. I want to see she planted like third week or something of June, and has been back sporadically, but we had some heavy rainfall, and I'll show you because I'll just walk over here. We had some heavy rainfall, crushed all of her corn, never survived didn't stake it back up. She got some cabbage growing, got some red peppers, or green peppers. They actually look like they're doing fairly well too, without anybody taking care of them. Broccoli, they've been all eaten, and got a row of sunflowers over there. Actually look really good. Yeah, this was all squash and pickles and cucumbers. Nothing really happened with it, but her peppers do look good. Cabbage. This is either cilantro or celery. I can't really tell. Yeah, the celery, I believe. Yeah, celery. But some kale, some, oh god, tomatillas. Yes, thank you. Watermelon over there. So yeah, and this is the other garden. Some lettuce, beans, like I mentioned, a bunch of zucchini, squash, yellow squash, some other stuff that's over there. These guys are doing well. Not sure what that lonely plant there is in the middle. I'm gonna have to check that out, but they started and they're here all the time, so their stuff is well cared for. But as you can see right here, need some TLC. We'll go down a little bit further. And the one I envy, even though he's been on vacation. People have been coming over here watering for him, trying to take care of this. But I know when he gets back next week, he is going to be lit about this. He's got a lot of death. Squash or cucumber beetle, just kind of, this is the damage it can do if not taken care of. Butternut squash he's got going over there. Cucumbers. Look at that plant. That plant was just destroyed. Yeah. Once it gets that disease, and he's got melons too as well, it's done. It's over. It's game over. No saving it. No going back. No nothing. It's got quite a few onions that you see. Those are still growing. They haven't toppled over yet to indicate that they're not going to get any bigger or going to be ready to be picked. So those are going well. Bush crop beans, which I looked at the other day, are going really good. And then he's got some tomatoes that are growing about almost 6 feet tall over there, which is really cool. He is normally here every day. Again, he went on vacation for like 3 weeks, and he's like trusting neighbors and stuff to take care of it. And I try and help, but yeah, this is not fixable. Another guy who I think has been here multiple years. I don't know this person too well, but they always have a real decent garden. Corn, rows of corn, which is awesome. Oh, look at that. That bumblebee. Look at that. He is cool. Oh, that pollen on him. That is so cool. We've got melons growing. Ton of tomatoes, which seem to have the same problem that just about everybody has problems with when you water too much and get too much water in the lower, you get that fungus. But he's not pruning for some reason. I mean, I yell at myself for not staying on top of mine, but he really isn't staying on top of his stuff. He's got to get that stuff off of there, or it's just going to keep moving up. He's got a ton of beans in the back that need to be picked. Don't want to get those, let those get too big. But other than that, I like his garden a lot. And over here, another one. Yeah, not sure what to say about it. No weeding done. Not that it's 100% necessary, but it does help sometimes in some ways. What do we got? Looks like some habaneros, some jalapeno, corn, and then back. Bet you there's some tomatillas back there. But yeah, not a lot going on. Another empty lot, which last year would have been taken. And then here's what I'm telling you about that happens a lot. People come in and they plant and then never come back, or lose interest, or don't come back enough. But look at that. Look at this. Maybe they did this for cover, but yeah, did a lot of work in here, but then just let it go, and they only use half the plot. Tomatoes look awesome though. I mean, they look really good. Good for them. Hopefully they come back, start picking these, because this would be a huge waste. I hate to see that. Southline has a really good charity here. I want to say Gleaners or something along those lines that people will donate to, especially when we have too much, which everyone always has too much. I have a lot of friends that I give stuff to, and I bring a lot of stuff into work. Shameless promotion for promoting my channel, but which please subscribe if you can. Would love to get some subscribers, some attention here. It would be great. I'd love to do this all year long. Haven't really thought out exactly what it is we're going to do in the winter season or in the fall, but we'll figure something out. Look at this, amazing. Purposely planted some sunflowers in the front row, and the ones that are in there sporadically. That one in the back is, these are exactly like the ones that would just pop up here during the season, and nobody had to plant them. They just keep coming back and coming back. I love this guy's garden. What did he use? Stake up his tomatoes. I don't know. That's fiberglass. That is really interesting. That is sturdy as can be, and it's fiberglass. I wouldn't even know where to buy that. Huh. Tomatoes look great. Doing a great job there. Again, empty section. And then one of my favorite gardens here too as well. Couple girls take care of this one. They did a good job last year. It's like they're doing some good work this year too as well. Oh man. San Marzano, some early girls. I know that they grow melons, onions, do really well. Looks like they need to pay attention to some of their tomatoes there. It's like somebody's eating something. Oh yeah, I'll show you that. That's what happens. Little bastard's getting up, and that beetle you just saw too as well. That's not good. But these girls are always here. They'll take care of it, get it back up and running. They use some diatomaceous earth to keep off the bugs. Peppers, beans, which they love. I know they pick these constantly. More beans, broccoli. That funny thing about broccoli is everyone loves it, including the deer, and they eat it. So you gotta be really careful and watch that. Put a netting around it, or put something around it so they don't get eaten. I gave up on doing broccoli because it just doesn't happen. And look at those cantaloupe. That is awesome. Smart move. As you can see, take some egg crates, put them underneath, get them off the ground so they don't either mold or they don't get that flat spot, and they'll turn them a little bit every once in a while. But those look awesome. I think I will 100% do the rock melons or cantaloupes, whatever those are, next year. Haven't tried those yet, but definitely going to. And look at these Brussels sprouts, looking really good. Start to see those pods popping up pretty soon. Look at that. Yeah, I hate Brussels sprouts when they're normal like this, but you fry them up and they're really good. So can't wait to see what's going to end up here. Yeah, something's getting in their garden. Something is really getting in here. I'm going to talk to these girls when they come back. Zucchini, I think. Yeah, I believe that's zucchini. Yep, zucchini. Cucumbers, which they've gotten a few out of those as well. Again, empty lots. Last year, none of this was empty. We probably had like 2 empty lots, and that was it. Another small garden here. For melons, I assume some kind of loop that they were looking to grow up and over or down. Cucumbers look really good too as well for them. More sunflowers. There's some really nice caging, but again, not a lot of growth. It's August. Like, these things should be growing like crazy right now. Rows of corn. And yellow squash. Look at that, somebody got into that. This guy, I think this is the guy who used to grow a ton of yellow squash and then just throw them at the front and people would just take them. I don't know why he grew them sometimes. But yeah, anyway, making our way down to one of my favorite gardens. This one right here. I mean, this one's nuts. He didn't plant as much this year, but in years past, as you can see, he used the same kind of trick that we did. Actually, I think we kind of got it from him, about laying down anything, grass clippings. In the back, we'll go take a look at what he's got back there, but leaves, anything of that sort to keep the weeds down. And I don't know if he saves his seeds or gets seeds from the years past, but every zucchini that he grows in here is like the size of your thigh. It is nuts, and he just lets them grow. I mean, they get big, real big. See if I can see one. Oh yeah, there you go. Look at that. I mean, to me, this is way too big, but damn, man, look at that thing. And he's gonna let that sit in there for probably another week, and the thing will be huge. Cucumbers, basil, which his basil looks excellent. What else do we got? Peppers, onions. His onions look really good. Oh, those might be leeks. Yeah. Cabbage, look at that. Now he's got big old wasp on there. I'm not gonna mess around with that. One head of cabbage. That's really strange. But yeah, he does a whole compost back here, and I gotta tell you, it smells horrible. But look at that. This dude knows what he's doing. He loves doing it. Coffee filters after coffee filters after coffee filters. Just throws them in there. And I've done that in the past. I'll take my coffee from work, which, I mean, that's just like a day's worth from one of our floors at work, and we'll throw it in there. And he does this every year. And when they till it, he'll spread this stuff out before the end of the season. They'll just roll this soil back in, and he'll take this and throw it over there and make sure it's all composted in his garden that he keeps. That's why his garden keeps going. He grows soil. This guy grows soil, not vegetables, and he has always got an amazing garden. Looks like we got some rogue zucchini or pumpkins over here again. Empty space and some gardens, but yeah, it's just kind of interesting this year that there's not as much going on. A lot of latecomers. Again, another one planted, came, did some stuff, never came back. So strange. Why put all that money and effort in and just let it sit? This guy here, old man, he is awesome. Love this guy. He's here for like the past 15 years or so. He strings his beans up, his bush beans. He loves them, picks them all day long. He is here longer than anyone I know, but being retired, that gives you one of those benefits. But yeah, that's what we got going on. Oh, the girls just showed up. Let's see if we can see what's going on over here. Again, all free. City of South Lyon offers up to residents. Take advantage of it, and we definitely do. I'm gonna go yell at them and give them shit about letting their tomatoes get eaten. Some good peppers right there. They're gonna love this. All right. But yeah, normally this is mowed down, but I don't know why they're not doing it. I should bring the weed whipper up and just give it a shot. I just don't get it. So many empty plots. So much time. What's going on, guys? Yeah, no, I'm videoing like what's going on up here. I got a little YouTube channel I'm gonna start. Or actually, I did start, but yeah, I was just gonna come tell you. You guys not taking care of this? I mean, what's going on?
What is it?
Something.
Who's in my garden?
Yeah, there's another one on the backside that got eaten too. I was just looking through your stuff, you know, like I do.
Oh, there's a couple green.
I know, and there somebody ate something back there.
Oh my goodness! You know what?
I know it wasn't me. I don't eat tomatoes.
Off the top of this sweet potato plant.
Oh, those are sweet potatoes?
Yeah.
Nice.
Damn it. Now look.
Everything's looking good, man.
Cover my melons with something.
Your melons look great. I mean, seriously, look at this.
I know I'm gonna come over here one
They're
day.
phenomenal.
All eaten, half eaten.
Yeah, the deer will eat them, but I mean, if they were going
I
to,
could put some chicken wire or something over it,
if you go to Walmart, they have that really light netting,
yeah.
and they won't mess with it because they can't get to it. They'll figure it out after one bite. They can't get to them. You can just cover it over, stake it off on all four sides, and just lay it down. Doesn't stop the sun from getting in. The only thing is it becomes a pain in the ass if you want to turn them.
I haven't even bothered turning them. We set them up on some egg cartons.
Yeah, that's perfect. They look great. Those look awesome.
But I picked one last week and it was total green on the inside. So.
Yeah, well, you gotta let them get a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
Maybe these will get the size of like a basketball. You never know. But everything looks good. You guys are doing great. I love your Brussels sprouts. Those are awesome.
I know. She planted those. We were looking. It's like got all those little Brussels sprouts in there.